Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do a quick video on how to remove and insert a mainspring by hand in case you don't have a spring winder, which preferably you definitely have a spring winder. For pocket watches, I like this set by Watchcraft, and see some different sizes there. Good stuff, definitely worth the investment. Maybe not for the expensive Bergeon ones. These are more appropriate for wristwatches, smaller watches. These are Kendrick and Davis ones. Whoops. So for demonstration, put that on. I pulled a old Rockford barrel here, as you can see. I'm probably going to stand up for most of this, and because I'm going to be working with a mainspring, I put gloves on. Doing this mainspring work by hand, definitely helpful if you have some nice fingernails on your thumbs, which I don't. But regardless, typically if you were going to be washing this, you wouldn't worry about it, but I really manhandle things, so I prefer to put the gloves on for something like this. I'm not going to be washing these parts later. So let's see here. We're going to open up the barrel here. Just get that in the camera. No theme music or anything, just dead silence. Okay, so there's my cameras right there. Not gonna focus on that too well. Anyway, gonna set aside my barrel lid. I like to use my brass tweezers, or sometimes I'll use my round pliers. Got a rounded jaw on them, so we take the arbor out of there. Let's see. Now we got just the spring. So gonna make sure you have thumbs on the edge. That's what's going to lock the spring in there. Then you gotta tease your spring out like a coil at a time from the center, and until you got enough out that you can get your thumb under that coil. And of course, you want to do this, you can roll the spring out with your tweezers as gently as possible. And then, hard to do in front of the camera. Yeah. Once you've got a coil started and your thumb trapping that to keep the rest of it from just blowing out of the barrel, then you just walk it back and forth from side to side. Hold one, let it come up. Hold one, let it come up. And just walk it out. Walk it out good and slow, and keep your fingers on that barrel. Hold it tight so it can't just pop right out of there. Lift up one side, lift up the other side. One side, And the other side. Boom. Now, and there you have it. This old Rockford spring is going to be pretty set, but you can see, oh, let's fucking hold, there's the barrel. This spring, that did not work that really at all. Hard, little bit of a cone on that. Little coning there. So, and we can fix that. I'll take my round pliers, and I'll take hold of the center and the end and just pull it back. You can even grab it a few coils in there, pull it back until you got it so that it's nice and straight again. Oh, I'm holding it in the I told you I'm not good at videos, so I'm either watching the camera or I'm watching my work, but neither one at the same time. So we give it, you know, a little pull from the center there, anti the way that it's coned until we've got it the way we like it. I feel like that's got barely it's really in the way I'm holding it. It's pretty well flat. There you can see, nice and flat. So, and to put it back in is the reverse, basically. Especially this has a T end. I don't know if you can see that on my terrible camera work. So you're gonna want to find the hole exactly where it goes into the barrel. And slowly, I lost the hole. Where'd the hole go? There we go. Getting that first loop in there is always the hardest part. Turn it around. And then you just start rolling it back in there. You want to make sure you get it actually in there, because I just didn't. Oh yeah, I caught hold of the top of the T-bar. Make sure, yeah, if you have a little protrusion like that, you get over the top of it as you're coming around, right? Keep it trapped in there. This gets a little tricky with gloves on because you want to be really careful not to get any bits of rubber glove stuck in between those coils. But with a little practice, it can be done. It's not so hard. Just roll it back in there. That's where it starts getting tricky because it's almost there. In fact, oh, yep, and it's in there. Just keep going around and around and around until you're in there. And Bob's your uncle. It's a little easier when you're sitting in your lap, or you're sitting down and you can hold it properly. Probably best if you don't do it in your lap. You don't want to get fibers or any kind of stuff in there. Do it over your clean workbench properly. Shouldn't have all this crap everywhere. You know, there, and then oil it up and put your arbor in there. And you're all set. Give it a good looking over and make sure that you didn't get anything funky in there like bits of glove. It looks good. Put that in upside down.